What's going on, Will?
Good Lord, you blew my eardrums.
Sorry, buddy. What are you doing? How you doing?
I don't know. I'm curious as to what you got there and what that is.
Well, it is an artist edition. Jack Davis from his EC Comics days, uh, before the dark time, before the Empire. It's one of my favorite things. I gotta say, I think if I knew the house was on fire and my family was already safe, I might run in and grab this book. So let me crack it open and tell you how much I love it. First off, it's like life size, right? All the pages are life size.
And back in the EC days, they drew a little bit bigger. That thing is huge. The Jack Davis one.
This thing is gigantic.
It's like a tombstone.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge. But I mean, you can see like lots of cool sketching and lots of cool like notes and stuff, production notes. That's so fucking cool up there. I love that shit, dude.
And this is back in the day.
Old. You can see like the lettering is like super ass basic. You almost think they had like a stencil. You know what I mean?
And it was back in the day when pages were not valuable as art.
But I like the balloon being part of that. That's pretty dope. Yeah, no, I think they were just like chucking this art away. Something happened. It wasn't with Davis, but with Eisner, with the spirit pages. Like he had some people ghosting him when he went to like the war or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, all of those pages had been like used to separate the printing plates for the pages, so they were just like completely destroyed. So he was somehow able to like get a hold of them. So it was pretty wild. But yeah, it was like nobody cared. There was no value to these pages. You could like see little places where he like whited it out and like added another head. It's like pre-Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the lettering and stuff is really like all up in the top. You know what I mean? It's kind of wild. But except for the like the title pages, those are pretty elaborate stuff.
One moment, Matt. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But I jam on this. I really like as a production artist. I love like seeing registration marks, and I love seeing Pantone color notes up in the corners and stuff. And that's what this has a lot of scratching stuff. There's like little personal notes in it, and this is life size. So this is how big he was working. Jack Davis was working really big. Which I think sometimes some people, they like try to work really small when it's like, no, maybe if you draw bigger, you could have more line control, because these guys are using giant brushes for this shit. Yeah, again, the lettering back in the day looked like it was made out of a template. It's like all templated. That's fucking cool. That's always the twist, right? So it's like a couple of pages of story, something happens, one of the guys cheats another guy, and then they all decide, uh-oh, hey, what's going on? And then he pays his dues. It's good stuff. That looks like, who does that look like? It looks like Kelsey right there. Who's Kelsey? Yeah, I think this is a dope one. I love looking through this one. And as you're going through it, you're able to like see some of the changing in the style of the lettering and some of the layout. Like it's not so like boxy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This it starts to like spread out. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, but you could like see on this, you could see where he used whiteout, and an actual brush, and just kind of brush the whiteout on there. That's another. I just love comics books, man, and I love like the creation of them, and I love like the production of them, and it's really cool to see that in this because these guys were just fucking blue collaring it back in the day. Probably a couple pages a day these guys were doing, and still just like crushing it. I love that shit. That's dope. Let's see. William is doing something with his family. Let's check in on the chat. What's going on, 80s? What's going on, dog? We got Black Hat. What's going on, dude? Do you own any artist editions? And if so, which ones? Dark Shadow. What's going on, dude? Familiar name to the channel. Hail, buddy. Look at that, dude. You can see like the fucking street address to this. So you could like go to wait, hold on. You could go to 225 Lafayette Street, New York, New York. 12. I don't know what the 12 is. New York. CA 61944. I don't know what that is. That's not the. I don't remember those area codes. But you can go to Lafayette Street in New York City and see where they were making this stuff. Just a blank page. You know what this is? This is me. I'm trying to like absorb the fucking magic and power of fucking Jack Davis, his essence, and then instill it into this page so that when I draw it, it like comes out, and I'm able to like obtain some of the fucking Jack Davis power. Straight up hoodoo. Anyway, all right, you're back, buddy. How you doing?
Good. And why do you keep this one out in the open, or is it the only one you have?
No, I have a couple. I have one more. I have one more bigger one, but I always have this one out because I like flipping through it.
So it's just easy to grab because it's constant
this
reference.
was all like taped on. Like this was just some kind of bullshit fucking font that they had, like brush. And he's just like, here, let me go ahead and cut this out, and then and tape it on
does this one have a? I'm not sure if I have this one, but does it have a like a data page of where they got all the pages? I'm wondering, like, stack this over
that one, dude.
How they have all of it.
I wish I could just like pull this up. It's so fucking big.
Yeah, you can't get it all in frame. You got to move your camera up and down.
It's so fucking big. I've never heard those words. That's what she never said. Yes, I'm aware of that. Thank you.
No, it was nice also to see other companies imitating IDW.
Yeah. That's
like Dark Horse.
Badass. Talk about long fucking panels, dude. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm. Dark Horse was doing a couple. A Graffiti did the Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, there's a Dark Knight Returns artist edition?
I mean, it's what is known as an artifact edition when they can't find all the original pages.
Oh, okay. Look at that page, dude.
Yeah, they do like a worldwide blast, and they say, hey, any collectors have it, scan it, send it to us.
What is that? That almost, that's kind of racist.
I have no idea. And those are kind of fun because they have like two John from Brian Boland or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah, so I have this one. This one is
dude. This one isn't cheap. This one's like $200 because it's so big and thick.
I love it, dude. I think it's one of my favorite things that I own. So then you said you had one? You want to show it?
Well, I mean, it's not an IDW one. I have a bunch of IDW, but I think this one
oh my God,
isn't particularly a nice one.
Put my back on that one, baby boy.
I think Walter Simons' art really lends itself to this format. So the one I have that I wanted to show is this one.
Oh yeah, the original Alien illustrated story. Okay,
And
so
look how
this,
cool that cover is. Look at that.
yeah, it's like coming
Like
down
that
and
logo
eating
right there
shit.
with the tentacles that are kind of entangling the Nostromo.
I know that logo turning into tentacles kind of looks like my mandibles logo.
Hmm.
You
And
robbed me, dude.
this one
You're stealing from me.
has some particularly because Walt Simonson is kind of known, and like this first page alone,
Mm-hmm.
look at the detail in the logo.
Yeah, that is so hot, dude. Let's do that. Let's do that on our fucking. You do like 4 pages, 4 page intro, some shit going down, and then we'll do a 2 page spread. It says meathead, and it'll
Yeah.
look like that made out of fucking like chunks of meat and shit.
Well, there's
Like
one
like straight up stitched together meat. You can see like parts of it were fucking faces, and like he's like tied up some bones and then stretched some skin over it and shit. But that
where
would
is
be
it?
fucking rad as fuck.
There was a
Somebody
like a
remember
double.
that and make a
Look
note
at
of
this
it
one.
and send it to me so I don't forget because I
Look at
already
that
did.
of the Juggernaut.
Yeah. Comic
I mean,
book. What's the
that's
deal,
why
dog?
there's quite a few Walter Simonson artist editions, and this is why I love them so much. Is he just I
I
don't know his
like how he
work just
draws it. It doesn't look like some kind of weird twisted cock. It looks
yeah,
like
but
an
these are
actual like
I'm just saying like
spaceship.
the detail of the pages is beautiful in this format.
Yes.
Um,
I like
there's
seeing
another
this stuff
one
big. That's what I was like I'm enjoying this like
like
artist
that.
editions. I'm enjoying the large format stuff, and I want to
Look at that.
see some CG shit like that. I want to see fucking Cyberfrog printed big. You know what I
A lot
mean?
of
Like
people have asked.
that would be fucking dope.
I want to
Inglorious
see.
Rex, give it to me big.
I want to see Pitt like that.
Dude, give me Pit just black and white artist edition. I'll fucking pay you $200 for that.
And how about this?
I'll give you $200 and some fucking fingernails, dude.
The money
I'll
shot
hook you up.
of the chest burster. Look at that page.
That's so dope, dude.
Yeah, you see poor Kane right there, William Hurt.
He's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Food ain't that bad.
Food ain't that bad. This man needs Pepto
Food ain't that
Bismol.
bad. Dude, I love fucking Alien, man. I love Alien. Like, so I think I'm still gonna go to fucking Tampa. I'm just gonna like it's
Did you
just
do an
gonna be
alien
different.
for
Huh?
Alien Day? Did you do an alien for an Alien Day?
Did I do an Alien for Alien Day? I didn't even know that. I was probably balls deep in Rock and Roll Ninja, dude.
Because both Shelby and Jason did a pretty hot one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You didn't see that one that Shelby did on that kind of. So this one, and I don't know. I don't think Walter Simonson had access to a script.
What did he have?
I'm not sure. I don't think I think they got maybe the original script delivered to them, like at Marvel, and then
You
they kind of had to
always
work from
wonder
that.
about that shit. Like I have some Marvel Return of the Jedi's, and I have like some Marvel Star Wars comic books, and it's just like these dudes were not fucking emailing each other at all. You know what I
I
mean? It
mean,
was
look
like
at this one, the
they're
taking
like,
off.
"Hey man, do you have any references for these fucking vehicles and shit?" And then they'd be like, yeah," and just like hand them the fucking Star Wars trading cards and shit. Be like, "Yeah,
You
here's your
see that one?
reference."
Other than the Nostromo taking off,
Yeah,
I just like I just like the boldness of all of these pages. Like
absolutely.
it's like 3D.
Very
It's like
graphic.
70 millimeter.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's why this format is well worth the money. This artist edition format. It's a little
That's what I want to
outside.
do, man. Why can I do that? Can I just be like, yeah, that's what I want to do with the werewolf story. That's going to be more paintedly. I want to do it, but like big, but like sideways. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's the one I'm missing that I really want is what you
Like
just put on the
you know
table.
what I'm saying though? Like I want the book to be like printed big, but I also want it to like fucking open sideways so that it's very like cinematic. But so
Are you
you
going
don't
to do
have
it
this
traditional?
No, dude, we're gonna make it look like it's animated. Like we're gonna do like painted backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then we're gonna do like cell shaded characters on top of that. And then we're going to do like more painted elements to like overlap on that so that there's like background, foreground, midground stuff going on, but then there's like a, the character is animated looking.
Right. I'm trying to find one. I also have the Arc Athena
It's
ones.
gonna be dope, and it's like I'm only gonna want to do that style, that look, like for that one book. You know what I mean? But like I think it's gonna
Oh,
be a
there's
really
Chad.
cool like art book because I really like moving past like the monthly book idea and going into like graphic novels and like kind of more of a like prestige kind of artifacts, if that makes
Right.
sense.
It's kind of like what happened with TV, where they moved beyond 24 episode, 30-minute, or one
Yeah,
hour
I think we're like right on the
serials.
borderline. I think we're like right there where it's like and I'm just gonna call it out with the cyber frog. It's like I got a fucking awesome summer blockbuster movie, but I feel like I got it in like DVD. And
Yeah,
like I want to see
yeah.
it in the fucking theater. You know
You
what I
want it in
mean? Where it's
4K
like,
or in 70 millimeter.
yeah, dude. Where I'm like, how did I miss this in fucking IMAX? You know what I mean? Like
And the only way to
I'm
really
sitting here at
know,
home and I'm watching it on my 70-inch TV and I'm fucking loving this fucking cyber frog, but I'm kind of getting it in like a fucking old school format. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just ranting here in the moment, but you know what I mean? And I'm holding like what I want. You know what I mean? It's like I want
Well, I
this,
want that one. I
but I
don't
want
have
it to
it.
be like just fucking cyber frog line art. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
holy shit, I'd
Do
fucking
you have any
pay
of
for
these,
that,
Chad?
dude.
Do what?
Do you have
Chad,
any of these?
hello. Sorry, you hopped in a little late.
That's
I'm sorry,
fine.
buddy. How you
I
doing,
I
dude?
had to I had great. I had to peel myself awake. I had a nap because busy week,
Yeah, you're
holiday and
getting
all.
ready for your launch, man.
Yeah, well, and yesterday we went to a baseball game and saw the Astros, and today we saw an afternoon baseball game and watched the Astros win. So it was pretty cool. So I'm a little tired. Tomb
Well,
of
thanks for
Dracula.
being here, man. Thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me. That's so Marv Wolfman wrote this first issue, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, he
Let's
was
find
he
out.
was a real young guy when he did it.
He was just a baby.
He was
I
He was
miss
just
just a
horror comics, man.
child.
Horror comics kind of died out in the 70s.
Say
I
what?
where comics died out. I think
Horror?
No,
you
horror
guys.
comic.
Oh,
Yeah,
horror
maybe.
comic.
Like this, like
Well,
stuff
what they
like
go?
Yeah,
this.
Did they go
yeah.
like more seven? Like what happened in the 70s? Were they more like? So it
I
was
don't
more
know.
like exploitation, right? They went from like fucking like horror to like Luke Cage and Iron Fist
They went
and
with
Kung
yeah, they went
Fu,
with more like
right?
Punisher s type stuff. Yeah, you're right, like chop socky stuff
That's
Yeah,
true.
and
Kung
black
Fu.
exploitation stuff.
yeah. It was all like exploitation stuff. Like, hey, what's cool right now? Oh, fucking, Richard Roundtree is fucking cool. Like, let's make fucking Luke Cage, you
And
know,
Blade, who
and
makes an
Blade,
appearance in here.
Yep. Shang Chi. Yeah. The all the kung
Shin
fu
Chi
stuff.
is in there. Yeah, dude. It's like, hey, what's hot? Let's
Except his
work it.
character design leaves a lot to be desired
That's
in this one.
that's
Oh,
true.
big
I
time.
I didn't
What?
really think about it dying in the 70s, but yeah.
I mean, it just kind of moved with what was cool. You know what I'm? It's like
Yep.
Marvel wanting to like, and now we look back and we're like, holy shit, look at all the stuff they did. But I'm sure at the time they were like stressing about making shit, new shit, like making stuff that would sell,
Right.
doing stuff and it not working out, and being like, ah, fuck. All right, what else do we have? Must have been super stressful, but
And I love the anthology format and across all dimensions. Across, with their short story collections, comic books like Tales from the Crypt or Vault of Horror, or TV shows like True Detective. Where they tried that anthology
mhm.
format from season to season, or American Horror Story, stuff like that.
I had a class with Gene Colan.
He told me he was basically blind.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Uh, what's funny is like look at that fucking shot, dude.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So good, man. So
Look at
good.
it, the guy doing duck lips, like in that Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy looking at him. I mean, it's just like they're not just they're not just sitting there. You know what I mean? Like they're not just like grimacing and staring off into the fucking mid ground. You know,
Yep. Yep.
they're actually like moving their mouths and moving around and shit. That I fucking love that. Like, I swear to God, dude, I fucking go through my script and I'm like, okay, what fucking onomatopoeia vowel mouth movement is this guy doing at that moment? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like is he saying something? Then am I doing a ooh ah yeah? You know, so
I,
it's like a kind of like back. You kind of like fall back onto like animation principles.
I think he's saying, "What'd he do?" And he's
Ooh,
doing that.
Ishi.
Ooh, what'd he do? Rob a bank?
So I go into the building and go into the elevator, and this little fella gets into the elevator with me, little old man, and he's got like a navy hat with the little braided cord, under the name and shit, and he's got like a members only jacket. He's got crazy thick ass glasses, and I just like I gave him his space, you know what I mean? Because I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but you could tell he was like military, I'm like, oh, like he has like a hat like my grandfather, like all right, like respect, dude. And so then he like gets off on the same floor as me, right? Yeah, go ahead, go first, go first, and then he goes, then he goes to the same fucking room that I'm going to. I'm like, what the fuck? Holy shit! And he's like, hey, I'm Gene. I'm Gene. It was like, my God, like this is Gene Colan, this little fella. He looked like the little guy from fucking Up. You know what I
Right. Ah, cool.
mean? But like happy. Like imagine the little guy from Up, like his wife didn't die and he was like still getting laid.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He was like, hey, how you doing? I'm Gene Colan. Sticker, come around the desk. I can't see too good. So yeah, this is the part where it's like through most of the class, like he had like really bad glaucoma, and his eyes were all milky and shit,
Mm.
and they were like leaky. But he fucking came into class with a giant pad bigger than this of newsprint, right, and a fucking sharpie, and was just cranking out stuff and
Wow.
and nailing it. First fucking day, right? He was just like, all right. So we would just come up to the front desk, and it was and like you couldn't really like bring in samples of your pages, right, because he would just like pull them up to his face real close, and he was like, I can't see what this is, right, and you kind of feel bad. So it was like kind of like it's almost like sermons, you know what I mean? You go in there and like you kind of we all like went up to the front desk, and he started drawing and just started talking about the industry and like talking about what was important and what you needed to do, and and what to pay attention to when you're working and stuff like that. It was really awesome. So he's like drawing, and dude, he would draw like a stagecoach with some fucking horses, with like some Indians chasing them, and like they're all shooting and shit, and it's all in perspective, and he's half blind. It was fucking amazing, dude. And like even today, I can't draw horses as good as he did that day,
Right.
and blah 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 blah. He's fucking amazing, is what I'm saying. So, but then a few years later, he got his eyes fixed, and I think they started letting him do Daredevil again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right before he pieced out, he got to do some more Daredevil. Blah 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 blah. That's dope. I'm looking for some
So solid.
Blade. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, it's fine. I'm like, it's gorgeous. Some of this work. It's even better in black and white like this.
Yeah, that is badass.
Yep. It looks like he's thrusting toward himself, though. But no, I'm just kidding. No, he's pulling a stake out, right?
I don't know.
It's
I don't
like,
think so.
phew.
Oh wait, there is a stake, but like it doesn't seem like he's holding on to anything.
Yeah.
Or maybe the steak is in there and he's about to
Yep.
hammer that bitch in deeper.
Well, I don't know. That's
You know?
crazy. I'm not sure if it's Tom Palmer inks. That's what Arv Roy was asking.
What is about the inks?
Yeah, he's wondering if it was Arv. It's Tom
Tom
Palmer.
Palmer, Tom Palmer, Tom Palmer, Tom Palmer, Tom Palmer,
There you go.
Tom Palmer.
Tom Palmer.
Marv Wolfman. John Costanza.
Yeah, I remember trying to talk to Marv Wolfman. He came into the studio I worked in Austin when I was working at Epic Mickey, and he was writing for it. He and Peter David, and I could not have a conversation with the guy. It was very awkward. He's one of those really intelligent, nerdy guys. So it was like when you're talking with him, you're staring at a blank wall almost. Because
oh shit, he's just looking through you like you're just
like he's
figment
just looking
of my imagination. You're not even real.
He was just looking at me, and he's not really reacting, and it felt like a one-sided conversation. It was so bizarre. But love his stuff, love his work.
Yeah. I saw that happen a couple of times. Like people would come up to Bob Camp and I would be like sitting next to him.
Right.
People come up to him and be like, hey, remember we were talking about this thing at this other convention like 3 years ago? And he'd just be like, what? And I mean, he'd like try to like play it off like, I don't know, a lot of conventions, a lot of people, you'll have to remember. And then he's like, yeah, I don't fucking remember, what happened last week. Much less, it's kind of funny.
Now that's like
there's a lot of that. Like, hey, remember?
That's like Gil Kane. He couldn't remember your name, so he just called you my boy.
Yeah,
like everybody.
You hit a certain point where it's like you're just interacting with so many people that you just have to expect them to like not remember you.
Yeah, you actually feel it was kind of an honor though. You've reached a pinnacle with Gil Kane. Like he did know you, he just didn't remember your name.
Yeah. Wow, and you went from like, "Hey, you," to like, "My boy,"
my
to,
boy.
"Hey, sport."
How you doing, my boy?
Hey, my boy. Go get him, Tiger. What? He called me Tiger?
Yeah. Dude, this is crazy. It's all in pencil.
Yeah, dude. I mean, how would you fucking ink that, dude?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wouldn't even know how to fucking like start to ink that if somebody handed that to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm also like, wow, your inks are loose as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's who you.
I mean, not your inks, but like your pencils are like loose as shit.
You'd hand that off to like Wally Wood or something.
Would you?
Yeah, he could handle it.
It's good, man.
Yeah, Klaus Janson could ink that.
Love me some Klaus Janson. Well, it's like Klaus Janson is like a good artist.
Yeah.
And like has like good structure like on his own. You know what I mean? So it's like, but like when he inks your shit, he like kind of turns it into his shit,
Look at the bicycles in silhouette there. You almost feel like they're moving.
Yeah.
Like, that's so weird. It feels like a photo was just like caught in time.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that. The like action moment. You know what I mean? I want like every frame of my shit to look like it's like it was shot with like a high speed sports camera.
Yep.
Like there's no blur. Like no. Like I want you to see like fucking flakes of grass and dirt flying and shit, like the beginning of Gladiator when they're fighting and then you see like dirt and shit flying in midair and stuff. Like I like that. But I wouldn't use it in a movie though. You know what I mean? Like I was watching Justice League and there's a lot of slow mo in that movie. I was just like, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of slow mo in this movie.
Yeah,
trying to be arty. Look at that. Love this stuff, dude. Love it. Will, you got another one, or am I just fucking hogging the shit?
We've lost.
All right. Yeah, he's doing his doing.
Yeah.
Look at that Dracula. He's gonna get some of that shit.
Yeah.
Very ethereal, you know.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't even know how. I honestly wouldn't know how to ink that. I would just be
Did
like,
they
I don't
print
know,
it like that?
color it.
That's curious now. Or are they
No,
just showing the pencils?
I think they might. I don't know. I guess I could read, but
You
let's
could-
just imagine that they don't have the ink somewhere, and that all they have
Or
for.
that maybe that's an unused issue or something.
Ooh, maybe somebody want to help us out. Is there a 65? Actually, they only went to 64.
Did a 4 and
And 65 wasn't actually released.
you never saw print.
Look at that, dude.
Hi ho.
That's so damn. Hi ho.
Ho.
Yeah, that's my fucking
Colonel.
pimp fucking voice. Dude, look at that fucking stool. I was like, hey, empty chair stream, and I drew a chair that was like kind of okay. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant, dude.
Yep.
I like that where, somebody was like, oh yeah, you can draw superheroes? Okay, cool. Draw me a fucking telephone.
Yeah.
Draw me a fucking desk with a telephone on it. Like if you can't fucking draw that, then you don't go to Marvel. Don't fucking send your shit to Marvel.
Yeah,
Just draw a normal car and somebody standing next to it.
Just like the
Dramatic.
How to Draw Comics book, Marvel Way book.
Dude, how to draw comics the Marvel way. Yo,
It's
some
got-
motherfucker, some fucking dude recently was like, not everything needs to be dramatic. And it's like, yes, it fucking does, dude.
Yeah, it does.
You stupid shithead. It's comic books. Everything is dramatic. It has to be fucking to the extreme.
I always feel like if I'm doing like a face shot just of a close up, I feel like I'm cheating.
Gotta give something. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I feel like I'm cheating too. All right, well, that was that one.
That was a cool book.
There's Blade.
Oh yeah, look at him.
Dude, I think this is a missed opportunity. I think if he showed up looking like this, I think he could have looked like this. I think if they tried right now with Blade, if they tried to do him now modern, I think they would just make him too cool for school, and he looked like some sort of fucking Blade ripoff, like Wesley Snipes' Blade ripoff. I think. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it would be fun if they did era-related movies.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. That's where I'm getting at. Give me fucking Blade in the fucking 70s with some ski goggles on.
Yep.
No fucking cell phones, none of that shit. Just fucking recreate this. That's all you have to do. Some fucking Taxi Driver level shit.
Like they did with the Joker.
Yeah. But you can still have fun with it, But I would love to see this kind of jacket and a little more leaning into Starsky and Hutch style fucking cinematics.
I want to see the Fantastic Four in the Mad Men era,
Dude, there you go. Marvel, if you're listening, I know you're not. Dude, I would fucking take that show running job for free.
Yeah, that would be pretty tight.
Just to make sure it got done right, dude. I'd be like, yeah, you got to do this in a period. You can't make it modern. You got to go back to fucking Mad Men.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Your first fucking episode, Mole Man needs to fucking come out of the ground.
Yep.
And you need to get fucking Paul Giamatti to be Mole Man. I don't give a fuck what just whatever salary you were going to give the showrunner, just give it to Paul Giamatti so that he could be Mole Man. That would be fucking amazing.
It would be.
He was so wasted on Rhino, dude.
There was this.
Remember him as the Rhino? I was like, what? I love you, Paul.
There's now. I'm drawing a blank on it real quick. There was a movie that I saw the trailer for that was released in 4K about a couple years ago, and it was shot in the 1960s, but it was all ultra arty, like that look, that Mad Men era look.
Mm-hmm.
I was just floored at how good this movie looked. Now I'm trying to figure out what
Yeah, because it's like, you start doing modern stuff.
Here. I found it.
It starts you start have to worrying about the bleep blop bloop where everybody disappeared and shit.
I know what it's called, and I'm looking at the trailer right now, so you can see it.
There's Blade down right there. Yeah. Control. And then I've got a smaller. I've got one of the smaller. Como se dice? Softback versions of the Gil Kane Artist Edition.
Real quick,
and that's fucking dope. I've probably shown this one before, but man, I flipped the fuck through this one, dude.
Check this out, and I want you
to. I'm like, oh, am I rendering? I'm like, am I rendering too much? And then I flip up this shit, and I'm like, yes, I am fucking rendering too much. Look at this guy. He's nailing it like a fucking boss. Yeah, I know. Strive for the best. You reach for the fucking stars, and you land in the clouds.
Before we dive into Gil Kane, let's look at this trailer that I put in the chat, the private chat. I think you would dig it.
Tired of people telling me what I need to do today.
I'm sorry.
I'm dealing with
where'd he go?
Oh, he said he got tired of people telling him what to do today, and so
I'm letting the video play.
There's nothing playing.
You're not playing it.
I know. Hold on. There's a
Why is your computer on like the closet? Like, why do you go to your closet to use your computer?
Why do I go to my closet? Who are you talking to?
He's good.
You, homeboy.
Good. Put it in his punch card computer.
Yeah, he's like on the other side of the damn room using a computer.
Oh, yeah. Well, because I was over here doing this, and then I had to like walk over, not walk, but like my desk is like over here. Jesus.
So I totally squirreled you on that then.
All right, let's see this.
This is really cool French movie from the 60s. And I'm like, I've never seen this, but it looks so badass.
All right.
You got Arv Roy blocking the screen.
I got what? Sorry.
The chat. Just blocking.
Sorry, homie.
But look at how.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think you've shown this to us before. This is fucking dope as shit, though.
It is.
It's almost like Terry Gilliam. You know what I mean? It's like fucking like Brazil almost.
Yeah. But the art direction is incredible. Like, I want to see a Fantastic Four movie like this. Done in this style.
I mean, yeah. And I'm okay if you're like, hey, you know what, Ben Grimm, he's a black guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just make him cool looking, orange and.
These are all amazing shots. These are all these are like really nicely composed and dramatic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I mean, you don't necessarily need to like start swinging your fucking camera around, to make it dramatic. Sometimes it's just like the graphic design of your layout,
Yeah, it's really just. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see a Fantastic Four movie like that. Doctor.
Please, my mom is sick.
What is this shit?
I don't know. Brad Pitt saying something.
Brad Pitt.
Gil Kane, you master. He's probably
843.
Gil Kane is one of the most dynamic layout guys ever, especially on Spider-Man. Like his run on Amazing Spider-Man,
Yeah.
that to me is like his pinnacle. Like,
It's primo shit.
yeah,
I like the mask. I mean, John Romita Senior does a good Spider-Man mask, but I didn't realize. Like, no, I think I kind of like fucking Gil Kane shit going.
yeah.
I like his shit.
I need to pick this book up.
You do, sir. So that's another one. You got this one,
Unwrapped.
kind of artist edition, a little bit.
Is it pencil or just pen and ink?
It's just a pencil.
No shit. Huh.
But I wish they wouldn't have the word bubbles in these ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind the word bubble, but yeah, I hear you.
Because I have the other one, the Hush Unwrapped.
Ooh-wee. But then, not to be weird, but then sometimes I'm like, man, why are your fucking fingers all fucking boxy, dude? Like, why don't you couldn't round those off a little more?
It's
I sound like such a shithead, right?
yes.
Sorry, I apologize. Sorry, Greg.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, man, this is awesome. Why are your fucking fingers all squared off, bruh?
No, I like it. I like that he's got his thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, come on, I love it.
I want to be able to draw. Knuckly looking hands better. Just Donald DeLay is getting
Then
to
just
be
keep doing
awesome.
Donald DeLay is just getting awesome at everything because that's all he does is draw. So
His hands are getting really good. Like the way he draws hands.
you need him to.
Oh yeah, lots of
I
gorgeous.
need him to focus on his diet a little more because he fucking tweets about fucking soft serving his fucking poop and shit.
man.
And I'm just like,
He does that,
bro. I think he's joking, but it's just like,
yeah. That's just his.
ugh.
That's his joke.
It's like, hey guys, I'm going to the bathroom, and he's showing like
Yeah,
chuck beef getting
There's
pushed
a-
to a
it's a
grinder.
rainbow.
You're like, what the fuck does that mean, dude?
yeah.
It's funny. I mean, is he just joking, or is it
Yes.
really like, hey man, we're gonna
Yes.
send you a fucking case of Metamucil to just fucking
No, he's
bulk that turd up for you, so he's okay.
He's playing with everybody.
Okay. So does he really like to eat his fucking steaks rare, or is he really into like?
I'll tell you after we leave.
Okay. Because he's like, yeah, man,
The
burn
live
it to
stream.
burn it to a fucking puck, and then dip it in one sauce. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, cover it in A1 sauce, marinate it.
Look at that face. That's a good face. I like this. All the little notes and shit. What do you have to say, Will?
Oh, I'm just going back and forth. I'm sorry.
About what?
Yeah.
Your sexuality?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm pretty asexual now after the last year's events.
Sorry to hear that.
I got my daughter out of it. I'm happy.
Well, yeah, he got a daughter, but you know that scene where like Conan is like going and that witch is like, come by my fire.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what Will just.
They
went
need to.
through.
They need to edit that movie. That movie.
He just had to throw some bitch into the flames, but at least he has like a beautiful little girl.
That always reminded me of the Jimi Hendrix song. Let me stand next to your fire. They need to edit that in. Like,
Hello, Jimmy Reyes.
I feel like he just fucking drew this. Just
Hola,
like,
Jimmy.
oh, Jimmy Reyes, we got a king.
Is Jimmy a king?
he is.
Oh,
he's a
fuck yeah,
king.
dude! I didn't realize, but I've got some Finch stuff that Jimmy inked. So I got Jimmy in my house. I got Jimmy in my heart.
He's inside of you.
Jimmy.
He's as
Cocoa
far in
Puff.
me as he wants to go.
Hello, Jimmy. I'm
See,
sorry.
You sound like Donald DeLay now.
Me?
Who, Jimmy?
No,
Or me?
You.
Is that so bad?
No.
This is dope. This is good stuff.
Whoa,
I mean-
check. I hope you didn't
What?
just dox yourself.
I don't think so.
You're like, thanks for the routing number, punk. I'll be sure to send you some money.
Yeah, better cash that quick.
I did. It's old.
I have a bad habit of using checks as bookmarks as well.
From 2017.
Oh, there.
Yeah, I think you're over the 90
royalty
days.
check.
Now, since we're on this particular kick, because you started it, how about this one? I know it's cliched, but it's beautiful. 'Cause
Like and
everybody
share. We're going over some fun stuff, and we love it. And we're talking about comics. We're talking comics. Hashtag Comicsgate.
Because everybody bought this last year, obviously.
Not everybody.
I didn't buy that shit. I don't buy stuff that's
So
supports
expensive.
wife stealers.
Well, there was for this one. Interestingly enough, there was a quirk on the Amazon checkout, and for like 5 minutes, it was like $80, and it just so happened it just so happens I had it like pre-ordered, and it gave me this for that price because that was the automatic price adjustment. So I don't know what happened, but for about a day, maybe it was very, very cheap.
Wow.
Relative to what artist editions go for.
Yeah,
But,
these are pretty pitty motherfuckers.
And I'll say this one has some of my favorite covers in it. For example, I mean, obviously, we all love that stuff, Savage Land Rogue.
Oh,
yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, we see that shit swiped all the time. It's funny, as soon as that book came out, everybody's drawing ability just fucking jumped a couple of levels.
This book?
Yeah.
I could use that book.
I was like, damn.
Let's see if we can
Everybody's
find it.
just fucking did 2 jumps in their fucking anatomy.
You gotta give Art T Bear some credit on a lot of that too.
Yeah, he's a lot of this.
RT Bear's a fucking beast, dude. He's a machine.
Like, I mean, he helped make Jim Lee look the way he did.
Who did it? Who did the Punisher stuff? Who inked Jim Lee's Punisher shit?
Scott Williams, I think, was there at the time.
Was it?
I
It
mean,
didn't have all that zigzag shit. Fucking.
Do I have it?
Everywhere.
His Punisher stuff is really good, though.
Yeah, dude. I think his Punisher stuff.
Well,
is
let's look.
the best stuff.
I've got it right here.
Let's
Let's look it up.
look it the fuck up.
Let's see who was inking.
God, I love fucking Jim Lee doing the Punisher. That was so dope, dude.
Yeah.
And then who did it after him? It was Eric Larson. Eric Larson on the Punisher. It was like all these dudes were doing like company style as close as possible, but you could also see like how fucking cool they were gonna be.
So for the like more famous ones, Wolverine, he actually inked himself here. And then let's go to the African adventure. Like
did he do one where it was like the Asashi clan or something? There was like some Jim Lee book where it was like he was.
For all of these famous ones, the African adventure ones, he inked himself.
Nice.
Yeah. See, Odin knows.
Yeah,
it's got
I love
Williams
that shit,
in
dude.
here.
I love Jim Lee on Jim Lee. Not that I don't like RT Bear, because honestly, I like RT Bear on RT Bear.
I like RT Bear's inks a lot on Jim Lee.
Dude, I was like, man, you know what my fucking shit is? Checkmate. I love Checkmate. And RT Bear was like, yeah, I worked on Checkmate. I was like, what the fuck? So I went up and looked through my fucking Checkmates, and there I'm holding on to some RT Bear shit. I love Checkmate, dude. That shit was dope.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
If I wanted to pull a fucking bullshit move and be like, this is my version of, I might do a fucking version of Checkmate.
There's one.
That's good.
It's good, dude. It's so good.
That sucks.
It's such a weird thing. I heard his story on, remember?
There's a favorite
Kevin
double pager.
Smith, the Fat Man on
Yeah.
Batman, and he had Jim Lee on there for like two episodes, and he like interviewed him about his career. It was really deep. Yeah, that's fucking amazing, dude.
So,
and it was like he was like, yeah, I was with my parents, and I was like, all right, give me 1 year to work on this comic book stuff, and then I'll go back to medical school or whatever the fuck he was doing.
of course, he's Korean. He's better be going.
So you were living with your fucking parents,
nursing school,
comic books for a fucking year, like.
I mean, there's
an
all-time famous cover, my favorite.
Yeah,
I love that cover.
I wanted that Nick Fury book he was gonna do. Nick Fury, Punisher.
Is that the one where Wolverine steals Nick Fury's wife?
You shithead. How dare you? And here's that. It's simple and understated, but it's a famous cover nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them.
He's good stuff, man. I don't know why. I don't know what. I mean, what is his job at fucking DC?
Publisher. Well, he was publisher.
Mascot.
Why you let it go to shit?
But
was he responsible in hiring editorial staff?
Probably.
Well,
I mean,
I don't.
I think he was just happy.
I'm not mad at the writers. Like, I'm not mad. Like the current staple of wheelchair-bound former sex workers or whatever the fuck they're hiring to write comic books right now. Like, I'm not mad at these writers. You know, these fucking weirdos they're picking up at the bus station. I'm fucking mad at the people
like the
who
Phoebe
are
Waller-Bridges.
Yeah, dude. Like they're going down to Penn Station and picking up fucking people nodding off and be like, "Do you want to draw fucking comic books? Do you want to write comic books? Hey, heroin addict, do you want to fucking write Captain America?"
These people used to be on Jerry Springer. Now they're writing comic books, dude.
So I mean, it's like I'm not mad at them. You know, they got to pay for cat food somehow. I'm just mad at like the people who are hiring them.
I don't know.
So
I don't
I'm
think
kind of looking at Jim Lee, going, "Dude, why was there an Aquaman movie and you were canceling the Aquaman comic book? Like, what the fuck is going on here?"
Matt Barr, I don't think he gave a shit. I think he was happy to finally do his mogul move he's been trying to do since Image, and he was just happy getting the money and buying the purses for the wife.
Dude, he was just working his way to have access to more wives.
I think just pleasing one wife, to the truth.
What's he gonna do when DC lets him go? I
think they did. I don't think he has that position anymore.
He's got to be doing something, right?
I thought he was given like some new position.
I don't think he's publisher anymore. Maybe he's doing something else because though they're going to start getting rid of things a la carte out of DC. Remember?
I think he's like that guy from fucking The Office, where they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna need that stapler, Jim." Okay, but anybody come take the stapler?
Through a glitch,
and then they like keep moving, and they're finally like moving Jim Lee down into the fucking basement. Yeah, Jim, we're gonna need you to move your desk down to the basement as a creative executive director. Yeah, that's gonna be your new position in the basement.
So, Matt Barr,
yes, sir.
Jim Lee. We can't find a record of him being an employee here.
You're right.
In accounting, he still gets a paycheck.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what makes me laugh about that when she says she fucked Lumberg in that movie? Like he stops.
He's fucking her with the coffee cup and shit.
No, but he like trails off with a bunch of like 15 other names, and he's like ignoring him. He's like, "Oh, Lumberg fucked her," and then there was blah blah. And he's like going on this like long list, and he just ignores him.
Dude, okay, if you were in an office and you were like starting to date a chick who had to wear fucking pizzazz or panache at a fucking Applebee's,
Flair?
Yeah, Flair, right?
Like and the Nazis made them wear.
Yeah, I mean, you call it Flair, like stuck a feather in your hat, call him macaroni. You know, I'm like, what is all that fucking macaroni all over their fucking hat and shit? So he's fucking this chick, or he's like gonna start dating her. Like if somebody was like, "Oh man, are you dating fucking so and so?" I'd be like, "Yeah." If he was able to start naming off fucking dudes that she fucking banged, I'd fucking back out, dude.
Like she doesn't just have notches, dude.
There's like a weird grossness to it. I don't give a fuck.
She has like Chewbacca's belt and shit, not just like notches on the
belt. That's her fucking noise. She's like, "That's the noise I make when it's anal." I'll be like, "What?" But yeah, dude, if some dude was like, "Yeah, man, she fucking went bow 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 bow," I'd be like, "Ugh."
Hell, Barr fucked her.
Oh my god. See, that's why I'm married. I'm just so happy to be married, and I love my wife, and I'm out of the fucking cesspool.
Oh, just be glad you are. Just be glad you are, Matt Barr.
I'm there with you. I'm married. I agree.
I had a brother who was like single for a little while, and it was some PTSD shit, dude. It was insane. It was insane. I had another brother who was like, his fucking baby's mama like got weird and like started sending money to some fucking Marine who like ended up not being a Marine or something. Or
You
like
got
just got fucking catfished.
yeah.
Mm.
You
It
never
was
really hear
just like,
chicks getting
so
catfished.
it went from like, man, my wife's fucking leaving me. We're like, dude, don't worry about it. To like, she's sending money. It was insane, dude. It was, so yeah.
It's like one of those motherfuckers on to something about Mary. He's like, I'm a professor. And he's just like, my name's Norm.
I was just like, oh my God, thank God I'm married. Oh my God. Just
I
thank
wish.
God.
I wish I was out of it.
But we get, dude, just funny is like we got our little clause, you know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, you can't be gaining no fucking pounds. You can't like can't be gaining no 30 pounds because then it's just like that's not fair. Unless you're pregnant. You know what I mean? Unless you got a baby. But same with me, like I can't just like get married and just be like, oh hey, here's my fucking beer gut now. That's not fair.
No, you just like stopped sucking it in and loosened your belt and then went boom, boom.
No, I'd be like, yeah, you married somebody who's like, legit, and now I'm like just fucking pear shaped. Like that's not fair. And ditto the other way around. Like,
You
I
don't eat a lot
married
of
this
soy.
this little like vixen, this little fairy whose heart beats fierce and free. I didn't marry a fucking land monster.
I thought she's like one of these sirens in the Odyssey, and you get close enough, and it's like these evil sea wenches.
Who? Your wife? Your girl?
Our ex. I mean,
Your ex?
yeah.
I love all this, dude. This is Will Eisner's just sketching shit out, man.
Yeah, he's amazing. I appreciate him more now than I did when I was younger. I don't think I really did appreciate his stuff.
How did you like?
Realize when you realize like what he was doing with the medium?
Yeah.
And at what period? You know what I mean? Like the other stuff around him was pretty stiff. You know what I mean? I feel like it wasn't as dramatic. Plus, like he was like starting to delve into like some real shit, like Contract with God and Invisible People. It was like he was kind of moving past the weekly comic. The monthly.
How do you think Frank Miller did with it?
The movie is fucking trash, dude.
It's not memorable at all.
It's not memorable. I like Samuel Jackson, but the guy who was
The Spirit.
The Spirit was not fucking the physique that I want. You know who they had? Who's that motherfucker who was the Flash? Not Sam Waterston. Who's the
That
fucking
dude.
guy who was in Flash Gordon?
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Sam something. Come on, chat.
Yeah.
I love you, chat. Help me out, chat. The guy who's fucking Flash Gordon, he was the Spirit in like a TV show, right? There was like, I think maybe like a pilot and a couple of other things. He's got the physique. He had the physique. You need like a fucking barrel chest,
Yeah, I've got it here. Star Sam Jones.
Sam Jones should have been the fucking Spirit in some cinematic shit. I thought the Spirit just looked like a fucking little baby. He looked like a little teenager running around. He looked like Robin or something.
I think it was quite a stable in that film, though. I'll give him that.
All the chicks were hot. There is something about the Spirit that like he like attracts chicks. Like I don't know like what the deal is, but like all the chicks like want him. Even the bad girls, especially the bad girls. That's pretty dope stuff. Just how good are you as an artist? Just draw a fucking car. Show me you can draw a car.
No, just draw horses.
Draw horses, motherfucker. Draw some buildings.
I could draw a lot of stuff, but horses are my weakness.
Whew.
How you feeling about the next 5 days, Chad?
This is
I'm nervous, but I think I'm going to finally get. Well, let me rephrase it. I am getting some folks that are going to start having me on live.
Nice.
Stream. So
Very good.
Yes, sir.
How's your
Dude.
mailing list?
Just real quick,
Sucks.
I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'm gonna leave this here if somebody wants to show something. But like his sketches are they fucking nail it when you compare them to like the finished work. Like I mean, you got to nail them in your thumbnails. You got to nail it in your thumbnails, and this guy fucking
Do you
nails
really
it.
thumbnail out?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Oh my god, lots of thumbnails, dude. I'll do it super super loose, especially if I'm like working with somebody like
Yeah.
you and me when we're working. Like I'm asking you when I'm like, hey man, could you draw? Can you like write the story like more as a pretty loose outline? Like I'm gonna do the same thing with the thumbnails. Like it'll be like fucking super loose. That way it's
That's
like,
challenging to me, Matt Barr. By the way,
well,
It's
I mean,
it's the biggest.
it's
It's the
called
most.
fucking growing as a fucking creator.
Thumbnails are the most important step of the whole process.
Yes. So if I draw my shit super loose in the beginning, it allows you to come in without me fucking wasting a lot of time.
I know. I'm
You
doing
know
it
what I mean?
gingerly.
But then
Doing it.
also with me, so it's like what I'm asking for you, I am also fucking like doing
Good.
it as well. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street. It's not just like,
It's
hey man, I need you to fucking draw me an outline, and I'll show you my shit when I'm done.
it's like
You know, it's
using
like
your
no,
left
like
hand. You
like
know?
my shit is gonna be nice and loose like this. That way, it could be like, hey, what do you think about this shot? What do you think about like this
Yep.
shot? I got here's 3 fucking angles of this shot that you wrote. Like, which one do you think is kind of fucking cool?
Yeah,
You know,
it helps you.
that's what you get out of fucking thumbnails and stuff. You know,
It helps you figure out like the timing, the acting,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the emotion of the scene.
Especially
So
if I'm like drawing I thumbnail a page out and you're like, hey, what if you do like one of those like Mike Mignola panels that like doesn't mean anything to anything, but it like just shows like a close up of some shit in the room. Could you add that? Like, yeah, sure. It's so much easier to do it in the thumbnails.
it blows my mind that Ethan just goes straight to the page on his, and he kind of has an idea of what
Dude,
he
that's
wants
some
to
fucking
do.
like
That's
I
some
don't know, man.
Jedi
That's
shit.
some like Mozart, Beethoven shit where they just
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
but
in my
he
head
does
and I have
lose
to get it
something
onto
doing
the
that. I
paper.
think. Because you and Frege and you guys who are more designers with a designer background and a movie,
Real background.
TV, commercial background, you guys are more trained for fluid motion and having a camera when you don't have a camera. So your guys are not stilty and posy. It's more about the sequencing than it is about just a nice looking character. And Frega's that way too. And so I'm not like dogging on Ethan, but he's got the posy thing. And I can see what you're saying that he doesn't thumbnail out. That's why his stuff looks stiff, and a lot of guys who come from that background look stiff. Because they're posy. That's what they're looking for, the great pose. I kind of prefer you guys. You're guys with your guys' background. Because now you're it's like a movie on a page that I'm looking at. So that's just my preference, though.
No, it makes it just. I just know that if I capture it in a little tiny thumbnail first, then I'm not gonna have a struggle on my hands when I get to all the detail of everything. It's that
You can just shut off your brain and draw.
yeah, it takes off a lot of that weight off of your shoulders.
Because from what I've been observing of Frege, he tends to spend like agonizing amounts of time laying out.
Yep.
And then those really beautiful finished pages, he does that. He just farts those out. That's easy once he's got it laid out.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, because then you know what you got to do after that. Like after that, it's simple and you can enjoy it and be inspired by it, the art of it. But if you don't have storytelling and great camera angles and great figure movement or acting, then you lose it. Like,
yeah,
because you'll spend all your time if you like get some of the panels right, but you don't have one panel right, then you'll spend forever, like retweaking one panel over and over again, and it's nothing more miserable than that. I can't explain it.
No,
Like,
I understand it. Like when I'm writing, like this morning, I was writing out in the porch. I have like a little typewriter that I write
Mhm.
on. That's digital, but it's not. There's nothing connected to it,
right.
so I could just. It's just for typing, and I'm typing out these 10 pages. I'm trying to send Krager, and I'm like, it's garbage. It's just like all of it is garbage, and you feel demoralized.
Yep.
And the great thing though is that when it gets uploaded, and I go to my computer to do the serious editing of it, it's fun because the hard part is already done, which was just getting it there. And it's so easy going through it the second time.
I find too a lot of times something that happens is my initial very first sketch is usually the best one, and I'll if I keep trying to retweak it and redo it over and over again, I'll go back to that first sketch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Often the first draft is the best one.
Because it was the most inspired. Like,
Yeah, that's been my experience.
Yeah, I'll go. Sometimes I'll start drawing, and I'll start like losing that spontaneity, that first sketch, that first gesture.
yep,
And I'll fucking erase and like go back.
that Black Phantom cover,
Mhm.
I drew 3 sketches, and that was the one. That was the first one. That first pose. So
Are we ever going to get a camera on your drawing board, Chad,
eventually,
and
I
see you
think
drawing?
that would be awesome.
I'd like to see you drawing.
Thank you. I will get there. I used to do drawing streams, but
Mhm.
something about my connection right now, I don't think can handle it.
What? Really?
Yep. I don't know who this is. The Shadow of Shaw.
This is something that my brother picked up in France when he was there with his
Oh,
wife.
France.
She's
Ooh
from
la
my sister-in-law is from Marseille.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Bonjour, bonjour. So,
South of France.
and dude, it's fucked up there. Like
Yeah, it is right
there's
now.
so many fucking like, not to get weird, but it was like, yeah, like, you come in and like there's just 5, 6 fucking immigrants on every corner, just like hanging out, like young dudes, just like fucking hanging out with like nothing to do, just hanging out. And it starts to get creepy. And Marseille used to have a whole bunch of like tourist ships coming in there, and
Man.
they stopped coming in. They started limiting their access to Marseille because the tourists were getting off the cruise ships, going into Marseille and getting robbed by these fucking immigrants.
Yeah, that's what's happening now. All the riots are from all these immigrants.
We could go into a history
And
of
that's
it.
not even, yeah, I'm not even like being like, oh, immigrant. It's just like that was like literally what happened. There's statistics that fucking back up that they allowed uh, a, a super influx of young, healthy men with no fucking education and no fucking jobs,
What?
you know?
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
gotta
very
get to
familiar situation here in Texas, and I can't
gotta
put my
get to
finger
Europe
on
for
it.
the white women PlayStations.
Can't put my finger on it, but I think something like that might be
It's the Great
happening.
Prostate Wars, Mapwire.
Mm.
That's what I mean. I'm like, hey, so are you a refugee? Yes. But you're like a healthy young guy?
Yeah, you're
Get the
military
fuck
age.
back in your country, dude. Go fuck back and fucking build that shit and be fucking like proud. That's the weird
Military
thing. Be
age
like, no,
males.
we won't be proud of our fucking weird shithole country that we're from, but we'll go to a fucking first world country, take a shit in the fucking bathroom, and then like wipe their ass and throw the
Excuse
toilet
me.
paper in the trash can, and then fucking wave their own shithole flag here. You know,
Didn't
it's
it
fucking
used to
crazy.
be that way with France? If you came there, you had to join the military.
I don't know.
I don't know
They
if
have a
that's
draft.
France. I know Israel's like everybody does their 2 years.
like the French Foreign Legion, for instance.
French Foreign Legion, that's
Convicts
just fucking
mostly.
anybody.
Yep.
It's not fucking convicts.
Yes,
I
it
mean, that
is.
was at one point, maybe, but they
That's the
definitely
draw
like
of it, Mapar,
they
is that you
screen
can.
you. Well, it's a new start. It's not necessarily. I
And
guess you could be a convict. It's not just convicts
well,
showing
also
up to the
they're
French
colonial
Foreign
troops,
Legions. There's
so
other people who just want some
they don't go to
adventure.
nice places when you're deployed in the Foreign Legion.
That's right. You don't. I mean, you're fucking crazy, but you're also getting a new start. You're being taught French. You're giving you can be given a
I
new
could think of
French
better
name
immersion
and a new French
programs, my friend.
identity. Huh?
I
Say
could think
what?
of better immersion programs in the French Foreign Legion.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not interested in going to the French Foreign Legion, but it's not just convicts. If you
And
look
they
into it,
take
it's actually kind
foreigners
of
too.
cool.
So
Oh, dude, they take fucking mostly foreigners, I think,
Yep.
because those are the French Foreign Legion are the ones that they send in to fucking basically to get shot at. So of course they don't want to send in their own French people. But then once you like earn their trust and you're in the French Foreign Legion for a number of years, you're given French citizenship and even a fucking name, I think. Very French. So, anyways, I got this book and I don't know what it fucking says because it's in French.
it says Mapar is truly a walking pig.
Goddamn fucking savage.
What is that? What is that ring down the bottom right? It looks painful.
Oh, yeah, dude. This shit looks like it's going around her neck.
I was thinking it was a penis ring.
You would.
Cock ring.
A what ring?
A
Jeez.
cock ring.
So,
I know. I turned us into ballers all of a sudden. Sorry.
oh, they talk about cock rings on ballers. I like
Called
the book.
ballers.
It's beautiful artwork. It's really, really nice artwork. But what I fucking jam on it is the format and presentation of it. It's not big. Fucking how many pages is Black Phantom?
It is 24
That's
plus additional artwork and sketches and stuff.
Well, okay. That's it. 24.
Oh wow.
Did I say that wrong?
Well, no, I've got two books. There's two different books, and they're
Okay.
24 pages each.
Did 6 a.m. draw you a 6 a.m. character?
Yes, and it's really awesome
Oh
too.
shit. Are you in the fucking CG wrestling fucking league too?
Not yet.
Did they make a little avatar of you in the CG?
I'm getting close.
Collage.
I was on 6 a.m.'s channel a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Did he put you in the collage? Black Phantom?
Yes, he did. It's really
There we
neat
go.
too.
I'm looking forward to a meathead version of him.
Oh yeah.
Don't hold your breath. I like this. So I feel like Inglorious Rex. I mean, other people too. I mean, I'm just calling out like the big names. Black Phantom. If you did both of your Black Phantom books, if you did like 50 pages with this, that would be fucking killer, dude.
Eventually, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Check these out that I picked up in France and Switzerland because I couldn't find them consecutively in the same country. But these Mickey book, it's some new graphic novels.
There you go. Those are nice looking.
Yep. But every page is painted like this in the book.
Really? I don't believe you. Show me.
All right. Here we go.
It's European, so it's got like an Asterix kind of fucking vibe to the artwork.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. I'm trying to find like a knockout page, but this might be a good start. First page. Look at that background
Fucking A.
and
Jesus Christ.
look at how they're painted.
That looks so goddamn good, dude.
It is. This book is only like a couple
Look at
years
the
old.
skies, man. Give me some fucking skies like that. That looks so dope. I like the oh my god.
You can't buy this book here in the U.S. It's nowhere to be found. And if you
You
pay,
can if you sell me yours.
if you buy it online, even like through Amazon, the shipping is more than the books. I mean,
Yeah, but that is just amazing. I mean, it's like, yeah, like that artist is just fucking fantastic. Like he's choosing to do Mickey Mouse, but he can fucking do anything.
look at this dude sleeping right
Color
here.
theory makes my fucking nipples hard, dude.
Yeah, it's gorgeous work. I could sit and go through every page, and it's beautiful all the way through. So
You know, it's like I don't want to be fucking weird, but you know, I studied color theory and painting at
mhm.
SVA. You know, it was not a minor, but you know what I mean. It was something that I enjoyed. Just like looking at how colors blended, what not even just like, oh, in Marvel these colors mean this and these colors mean that, but just in general, like what colors vibrate off of other colors. I love it, man. Hey, that's you. Look at you.
It is. Look at
Give us your O face. Show us what your wife sees. Hey. All right, William. What do you got, buddy?
Well,
9:19. Hey, we got probably another 15 minutes, and then we're gonna call it because at 10 o'clock we got a couple of different shows going on.
yeah. Who else?
I got one.
Will's got a show going on. He's got one with Allie Sangrias.
Oh yeah.
Sangrias. Well,
Allie Sangrias. Where the fuck is Billy? Hey, okay, two things.
I got one.
Maybe you can help us
That's
out.
kind of interesting.
Where the fuck is Billy?
Working.
And where the fuck is Mike Barron? Is Mike Barron really missing?
Yeah, is that a real thing or
Was that a real thing?
How about this
joking?
one? No, I don't think he is.
Okay.
I see him tweeting all the time.
Because all right, so I would love to
Oh,
see.
man.
I would love to see some fucking Comicsgate hashtag Comicsgate like and share and sub. I would love to see some Comicsgate books presented like this, some hardback. You know what I mean?
This is an interesting format, Matt Barr.
I would love to see some fucking Black Flag. Like, don't just give me Black Flag like normal comic book size. Give it to me magazine.
Ooh.
Give it to me hardback.
That's the
Give it to me
original.
hardback. Give it to me hardback. You know what I'm saying?
That
Matt's
Because I
not
think
paying
this is
attention.
dope, and I'm like, hey, this is dope. And then I'm looking at fucking Cyberfrog, and it's like it's super fucking awesome, but it feels like a postage stamp compared to this.
Look, Matt Barr.
don't
So this is
tell-
Bernie Wrightson. And I think this is kind of cool because it comes like a folder, and the pages are actually
the
loose.
plates.
Yeah,
I love
which
you,
is
Bernie Wrightson. Oh, what do I got? I got some Bernie Wrightson, bitch. I got some Bernie Wrightson.
I just think it's an interesting format because it comes loose like this.
I've got who doesn't have that book?
Huh?
Who doesn't have a look back?
Who does not have this book with this goofy ass fucking font? Look at that goofy ass font. You know who would I'd be like, who the fuck is gonna use this font?
Man,
If
that's
Kelsey
gorgeous.
Shannon used that font, I'd be like, yeah, all right, that's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. Dude, did you back his fucking sketchbook?
No, I did not.
Shh.
Sorry. If he did a comic, I've been on it. Like,
He has done a comic. He's done Norse Saga, and
Yeah, but
he's
not
doing
his
Nexus
own.
right now.
he's not doing his own book.
I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just saying. He's got that knife-headed guy.
Yeah, when does he put that out? I'm on it.
He's working on. He's, you know what? Somebody was like, he's like you. I was like, he is nothing like me. He's a fucking god. But apparently, it's like, yeah, we just need to do our own shit. Like we're kind of like nibbling and fucking around and working on other people's stuff and like kind of like showing our own shit. But like we We both need to just like put out our own.
It's called
own
Shank.
Yeah, Shank, dude, this is so dope. It's like ultra mega Shank. You know what I mean? Did you see
Yeah.
that shit? Ultra mega.
Yes, Ultra Mega is cool.
The Ultra Mega's dope as shit. When they start fighting and they like create a smear across reality, that's fucking dope, dude.
Will they? IDW did a folio like that with the Michael Golden yearbook pages. So rather than a book, it was
Concur.
like plates, so you could take the original art out and then look at the art, and then they had it with balloons on one side and without the other. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, look at that
Look at that. You know, you're
Reference.
going, oh, look at him, Elton. But yeah, he's using fucking
photo reference.
photo references. You know, he's using photo references. Oh shit! You just put a fucking AR-15 in that orangutan arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, love. I'm. So you have this book as well?
Oh yeah, I had it in hardback.
This?
Yeah.
So, gentlemen,
I think
I
it's
need
so
to.
goddamn dope, dude. This like watercoloring over the line art, but you could like see the texturing is just.
What did you
I
say,
would
Will?
really love to like have maybe just a cover look like this, dude. Like holy fuck.
Will, what did you say?
Oh, I gotta take off real quick, fix
All right.
something for dinner, and go do the other show. But thank
All
you
right.
for having me, gentlemen.
All right,
Take off. See ya.
All right, guys. See you in a bit.
Can you stay here for a second? Let's just fucking wrap it up.
All right.
All right. So that was what we had, man. We were talking about artist editions. You guys had some dope shit. Will, you got some shit coming up next.
Yep.
Chad, you have something coming up in a couple of days. Black Phantom. Everybody's
Yeah.
super excited.
I'm
So,
nervous as F.
You got this, buddy. You got friends around you who are fucking here to help you.
Thank you.
Whatever you need, man. Comicsgate. Hail Comicsgate.
Thank you, Comic Book One.
Hail back Phantom.
Hail Comicsgate.
Hail Black Phantom. All right, guys.
Obama
Have a good
Phantom.
night.
Yes.
We're
Obama
talking about
Phantom.
comic books because we fucking love comic books. All right. Peace.